Here's the CMG that he was just talking about. Whoops. Here's the CMG he was just talking about. Very weak here. You can see the breakdown here. Breakdown here below here, and then we have an open pretty much right at the of yesterday's close, and has moved down strongly. And there's the flush down right there. See, from about 53.50 all the way down here to 52. So pretty nice. SPY back down, trying to bounce a little bit. Again, the only thing I took so far is Unity. I've got a strangle in Unity. And market pulls down and then compresses, pulls down and compresses. It's just here comes the spike. I'm trying to come back up again. TTD still sitting in this dynamic compression zone. Unity trading at 26.50. Carvana came down right to the 50-day moving average.
Apple AAPL. Mentioned earlier in the news desk from Fox Business, Apple CEO was walking to the White House. Continues saying now that Apple is meeting with President Trump right now. Apple right by day highs. Keep in mind, about a half hour ago, Apple was at the White House. So we're seeing that discussions have begun.
Carvana flattening out right at the 50-day moving average, by the way, on Carvana. If we look at Carvana right here, this was off of earnings today, came right to the 50-day moving average. You see that stopped just about right on it. So you would be careful if you're trying to short Carvana right now. Apple bouncing back up here. Cook is meeting with Trump at the White House, I think. That's what I think I just heard them say. Mara bouncing up a little bit. This has been pretty weak too. Crypto is pretty weak this morning. Again, I'm still holding this Unity as a strangle. I'll be back just a second. Ari pointing out CYTK Biotech. Yeah, it's got great relative strength. It has popped out of compression with a Heikenhachi reversal. Daily's not great, and it's also got the 100-day moving average just above it here. The 100-day is at 50.33, 50.33, so about 80 cents higher. TTD sideways. SPY just keeps coming up to the VWAP and pulling down a little bit. Triple Qs, same thing. IWM, a little bit weaker. IWM short setup here is not bad. Trying to do a Heikenhachi reverse, hasn't quite done it yet. Did a nice one here. Still like this. This is a pretty decent short setup on the IWM. The IWM is not doesn't really on the daily have an awful lot of supporting when you're by 223.86. 60 cents higher was the actual resistance level when it went through. It's got room down now to about 220, about 220, 220.65. So it's got some room to the downside. It's a decent setup right here, especially if we can get a Heikenhachi reversal candle on this IWM. SPY just choppy. I'm taking some IWM puts. I'm going to take these, even though I haven't got the Heikenhachi reversal yet. I'm going to front run this a little bit and use the 15 as a stop. IWM short on these by Super System Trade. Roger, Abbott and Yum not breaking down at all today? No, Abbott's nice. 132.50. It stays above 132.50. That's a nice setup on Abbott. That's actually a breakout on Abbott. Yum also strong. Yeah, these are two nice looking stocks that Roger just pointed out. That's a nice setup there on Yum, and Abbott is very nice as well. See that line right there, 132.50 needs to stay above there, because notice how much resistance has been at 132.50. But that's if you get into it and it stays above 132.50, you can probably take it overnight. There's Yum right there. Nice PBO and Yum right here. Pullback opportunity right to the 8 and trying to bounce a little bit. Nice look on those, Roger. Siva, Reddit could have been a beautiful short. Yeah, went right through the 50. Still a good short setup here on Reddit. Still a good short setup. Falling down. Yeah, Reddit's a good short setup right now. Like that one. Nice look on that one, Siva. Train left, yeah, but the train is the train left, but it's got an awful lot of power to the downside here, um, on this thing. You know, see how it's following the 8 down, the 8 exponential moving average right here. Yeah, I don't I think that I don't think necessarily you missed this one. You can watch it again. It is extended a little bit, but that's a nice short setup. CMG still getting smashed harder than guacamole. Very funny. Yes, it is. And it's again that 5260 is the support level. So you have to watch that one. That's a high volume support level. Yeah, keeping the eye on 5260. That's absolutely is what you want to watch on CMG. Spy, you took 15% on the puts, Joe. Choppy, yeah, to say the least. Tough market to trade in. I mean, a lot of these trades that are being taken are fairly scalpy. And is IWM, which I'm in right now, short. And again, I'm going to give this a little bit of space because it's on the daily. It's really pretty bad right now. But I did come in at the 15, and again, I didn't wait for a Fibonacci reversal, which is this is the risk you take when you don't wait for a Fibonacci reversal. You don't have confirmation of the reversal to the downside, but you know, with this particular pattern in this thing right now, I'm willing to give it a little bit of space. You know, I mean, I sized this for a fairly limited risk. You're not doing a lot right now. Again, I'm in the strangle of this thing. It's moving up 2688. I have the 2650 calls. So I get in at $1.30. They're trading at $1.36. So I'm just giving them a little bit of room. CMG still coming in. Again, I'm in the IWM short. I took it right around the 15. Looking pretty much the same as the Qs. Q's got blue on the momentum right now. SPYs and IWM, I believe, are still red. Yeah. But the oscillator is just chopping around. You can see that. It's pretty red here for IWM, but on the SPY, it went blue for briefly. Qs have slightly blue. You see the oscillator is broken up above 20. It's got a little bit of a up move to it, but this is really, really small. Wouldn't take much at all for that switch back to red again.
Members, we're watching these banks. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, all trading at lows.
The banks are really getting smoked here right now. Goldman Sachs down 5%. Broken through the 8, broken through the 15. Morgan Stanley coming right down toward the 50-day moving average. Wells Fargo down pretty hard. Bank of America down hard. All the banks are down. TTD starting to head down again here. GTES not working at all. Unity up to approaching 27 on Unity now. I got a sell order on Unity $1.70, so it's quite a long way away. It's trading at $1.40 right now. It's on that strangle. If you took the 26.50 puts and the 27 calls, your calls are in the money right now. TTD coming in a little bit now. Unity right around 27.06, moving up nicely. And again, I am short IWM. Right at the 15, not doing anything right now. But I'm going to give it time. Apple's still a good long setup. Even as in this garbage market, this is Apple's set up pretty nicely. CMG trying to get through that 52.60. Just broke down below it. BX down about a little over $4.50 today, trading at 162.20, 162.20. So about $3 worth of intrinsic value in there right now. Still needs to move down. Shopify still weak for the day. It's hitting the 15 and bouncing right off of it. Cedric, on CMG, you get out at CMG for great profits. Yeah, I would watch it. I mean, you just because it breaks down above it, below it by a few pennies, you got to watch. You got to give this a little bit of time right now to see what it's going to do at this level. That's a high volume support level. Here it is around the 5, and you see what it's doing. It just poked below it, and now it's bouncing back up again. Then you get resistance up here at the 8. That's why it's nice to know about these things, because like you were shorted. So when you're in this short and you see this get down to here and it's starting to flush, it's a good idea to take profits, which is what you did, which was very smart. And now you're getting a little bit of a bounce. Don't know if it's going to continue. It could flush right back down again, but you can see that because the institutions know where the support level is, there's going to be some buying there. I was going to the dog track and betting the greyhounds. I don't know if there's any dog tracks left, though, Joe. Need to figure out how to do the equivalent of a high volume candles on toss. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all you just have to have a volume bar on there, and I suspect you can probably color code them. I mean, that's what I do. I color code them. If I look here, well, like that. The white candles are high volume. Uh, the gray candles are not. And you see this candle right here, right through the bottom of that one, right through the top of that one, right through the top of that one. Did cut through that candle, but I've got quite a few support levels right in there. So that's where I got that from. And this is a lot of times this is what you get. Nothing too dramatic here. The SPY just kind of chopping around at this point. About 11:30, market just chopping. Again, I am short the IWM because to me it has the most downside without running into a support level. Triple Qs and the SPY are right on the 8 exponential moving average right now. The SPY's below it, so the SPY has some room to the downside now. The Qs are right on it. And there's that little bounce in CMG. Very nice trade on that, Cedric. Very nice. Yeah, my volume candles Cedric, I use 120% of 50-day moving average volume, and I'll have some other ones that I'll set at 150, but I use 120 for those that you're looking there on the chart. Also, do I draw the line based on the daily candle, or do you go into the 5-minute? I do not go into the 5-minute candles. Nope. Nope. I just use the daily candles. I don't use the 5-minute candles with high volume. I mean, I look at high volume 5-minute candles, because it's going to give me if I get like a Heikin-Ashi reversal candle and it's coming on high volume, then it's going to have more impact. It's going to have more effect, basically more confidence that move is reversing back into the trend again. But as far as the high volume candles for support and resistance, I don't use them on the 5-minute chart. That's just too much scalping. That's too scalpy for me. And they don't always work. I mean, let's remember, nothing works all the time. Dan pointing out Win has some relative strength.
On ATA, the two that there by Christian Abelmeyer says, very happy to announce that my family office has invested 22.75 million into a Thai life. That's on ATAI.
Yeah, nice move in Win today, up 1.25%. It's in a void too. It's got room to 96.03, 96.03. And it's pulling back a little bit right now. And I'm still short IWM. I am still got a strangle on Unity. Carvana came right down to the 50-day moving average.
Mark Benioff responds to information, says the story in the information is incorrect. In 2024, Salesforce explored a fourth deployment option for our customers alongside our existing choices. More color on that in the news desk. This is a tweet by Mark Benioff from CRM.
CMG coming flushing back down again now. Jay, you missed the IWM early announcement. Is there a potential swing entry? Oh, I don't seriously doubt I'm going to swing any indexes overnight, but it is a really nice short setup. Here's IWM right here on the daily chart. Right, you see it, and it's in this void, right? So this is why I like this particular index right now to take it short to the downside. If I look at the SPY is also just broke below the 8, but see it's got the 15 right there, and here's the Qs right on the 8. See how they're hitting the 8 and bouncing off of it? So the only index that I'm interested in taking short right now is the IWM, and I don't even, let me see where it is right now. Yeah, it's still set up okay on the IWM. Let's look at it here over on SPY Super System. Yeah, still I took it off the 15 right here. We're getting a little blue here. I'm not overly concerned about that right now, just because the oscillator is so low. It's just barely above 20. It would be nice if I could actually adjust the colors to these things to take into consideration the slope, but you can't. Look at Heikenaichi candles on it. Yeah, here's your zoom in on this. Here's your Heikenaichi reversal right now on the IWM. Regardless of this being blue, I'm still in it. I'm not going to get out just because of that. Not with the oscillator way down here. Whoops. Sorry, had my mic off. Talking about IWM, Jay was asking me if it was being patient. Could you get in here? This is a Heikenite reversal here. I still like the IWM short, and again, I was showing on the TC 2000 chart why I like this particular one short um, uh, versus the SPY or the Qs. So if I go to the daily chart, it's got a nice breakdown here below 223.86 and got room down to 220.65. You've got the Qs, which is sitting right on the 8 exponential moving average. You got the SPY, which is broken through the 8, but it's got the 15 just below. So both of those are too close to support for me to try to take those, but IWM has got some room on it. So that's why I still like it. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna. It doesn't mean it's gonna work for me, but I do like it short. Sorry about that, JJ. I had my mic off. I still like it. Got some folks watching on YouTube this morning. Welcome. Market just drifting down most of the day. Gap down slightly and just drifting down. TTD still a short setup here. CMG again is breaking down below the support level. See if it stays below there. 52.60. 52.60 is like 3 cents below it right now. And I do take a strangle in Unity. Unity coming down now. I don't really care. That's the nice thing about a strangle. I don't care which way this thing goes. Right now, again, I paid $1.30 for that strangle on Unity. It's down to just $1.12 right now because it's come down. It's right at 26.20. This is about where I bought it. And I got a 26.50 call and a 26 put. So I'm just going to let it gyrate around for a while. Carvana took a big pounding today on earnings. Apple's still looking decent. A little pop up there. Again, I need to switch these candles back. Get any other questions out here? Joe from Spy Puts 15%. Just scalping the heck out of these things. Allie, did I take IWM as a SPY super system? I did. Yes. Can I repeat the strangles on you? What you want to do is see, right now it's trading at 26.28. So if you're going to take a strangle on this thing, you would buy the 26 puts and the 26.50 calls. They have 50-cent spreads, 50-cent wide strike prices. So 26.26 is almost exactly halfway between the 26.50 and the 26. So you buy the 26 put, you buy the 26.50 call, and you just let them run and see what happens. If you get a flush down or a pop up, then you can make some money on it. Again, it's got a lot of volume today because of earnings. It's got a lot of volume. The ATR is running about $1.50. So it's a little. I've had a little bit more than I'd like to for it, but but it's got room. I mean, it's got room to go up through the high of the day, which is around a little over $27, and the low of the day right now is right down here at 24.49, which is actually right at support, 24.49. Again, I'm short the IWM, and I'm in strangling unity. IWM bounced back above the 15. No big surprise. The market's just chopping around. Want to go outside? Want to go outside? Come on, let's go outside. Come on, let's go. Suzanne, what trade did I take in the IWM? I'll tell you.
Inventory report on the crude oil side, we are expecting a build of two spot
I
buys.
took today's expiration,
Draw of one
224 puts. 224 puts.
A build of 700.
It's kind of going sideways, which it's not doing very much, so it's stripping my premium out a little bit. If it was a little bit later, I would have taken tomorrow's expiration, but it is right now. I'm in the 224 puts. Down about 20 cents on it right now. Again, the daily chart on IWM is keeping me in this. I'm just really choppy here now. Notice we got blue here, so this is against me at the moment. And if I were just trading this without using the daily chart for a guide, I'd be out of the trade on the spots above the 15. But I'm staying in it because the daily chart is such a nice short setup. I don't see anything so far in the SPY that's making me get particularly nervous about a big bounce here. Of course, it could come at any time, but right now, just it's moving sideways. CMG fighting that 5260, at 5263 right now, just fighting at that resistance level, at that support level. IoT, big dump today, Ali, IoT. Yeah, Samsara, down 10, almost 11%. Yeah, big drop on this thing.
On U.S. Steel, commentary out by Axios's Trump admin considers letting U.S. Steel remain a standalone business.
Don't have too much nearby support on that IoT. 4980. Well, yeah, 5170 and then 4980. So about $1 to the downside, a little less. Watching this TTT, it's putting in tiny candles. Really tiny. So, and I am short IWM and still strangling on the Unity. That's about it. I haven't really done much today, and we took profits in Apple this morning. I took profits on ANF that I had short overnight that we talked about yesterday, and that's it. Not a lot to say here. Market is really pretty flat. I mean, it's negative, it's bearish for the day, but it's just chopping here. See how much, what kind of, we're in this choppy range. Again, all I've got right now is Unity. I've got a strangle on Unity. I have a 26 put and a 26.50 call. It's right in the middle of the range right now, so I'm down money on that. I have IWM short. I have IWM puts, looking for this thing to pull down.
Remember taking a peek at this EIA petroleum number. Once again, on the crude oil side, we expected a build of 2.5 million. See crude oil coming in with a build of 4.63 million. That's on the crude oil number coming in with a higher build of 4.63 million. Distillates a bigger draw of 2.05 million. And gasoline coming in with a draw of 151,000. Expected a build on gasoline. Those numbers being posted in the stats.
Yeah, IWM just chopping around here. Triple Qs chopping around. And SPY chopping around. We've seen this before.
Posted in the news stats, The Verge says Microsoft prepares for OpenAI's GPT-5 model.
The notes were going nowhere. Yep, this is. I mean, the market's weak today. All right, let's be honest. It's down, but the thing is how it's getting there is just a bunch of chop. The SPY's down 0.9%. The Qs are down 0.9%. IWM is down 1.3%. But it's very choppy. We had a pretty good flush earlier this morning between 9:30 and about 10:30, 10 o'clock, and then it's been just chopping around since then. Watching TTD for a short. There's not much here. I'm gonna just look for some stocks, see what I can find here. It's 12 o'clock right now. Some questions, venue. Sorry, lost volume for a bit. All right. Ali, Fox A has been very strong. Well, it's down now, 43 cents. It had if you're talking daily, yeah, it has a nice daily chart, and it's putting in a doji right in the middle of yesterday's candle on Fox A. Do we say we are holding the IWM put? I am holding IWM right now. I don't know how long I'm going to hold it for. I've got to see what it does here. But I'm right now, I'm still holding it as a short, holding the puts. You good in on the 224 put? Yeah, that's what I've got, I believe, the 224 put. Ali, nice D1 chart on Fox A. Yeah, the D1 chart's very nice. I assume that's what you were talking about. It's not doing anything today, but it's a nice chart. Shopify came down, hit the 15, bounced off of it. It's still sitting right close to it. BX still weak. BX down about $4.70 right now, trading at 162.19. So very close to $3 of intrinsic value. That's not enough, but it's better than it was. And again, we're out of Apple. CRNC is probably going to be a lost cause. It's not doing much today of anything. It got up yesterday, got a above 14 briefly, but now today it's just down a little bit. U Strangle's expiring tomorrow. Yes, sir, Joe. U Strangle is expiring tomorrow. Strangle's expired the current week. Usually I try to take them off in one day, if I can. Like we did with the one we had yesterday. What was that? Was CNK. Yeah, CNK was a good one yesterday. I'm gonna look for a couple more. Use bouncing around quite a bit. It's actually, for these prices, it moves quite a lot. So. The problem is it needs to move, or you're gonna get time decayed out of it. Not out of it, but you're gonna get time decay going against you, which is where I am right now. I get in for $1.30. It's trading at $1.27 right now. I got a sell order on Unity at $1.70.
Members being posted in the news status or comments out by Feds Mussolette. We'll also be posting a link to the speech from the newscast.
I had everyone bouncing here. Again, resistance at 223.86 on it, 223.86. It's heading for the VWAP here, but I don't really want to go all the way up there. So we'll see what happens here. I may take it off pretty soon. Try to re-enter later with tomorrow's expiration date. IWM bouncing pretty strongly here. Gonna watch this. Again, I get 223.86, 223.86 as a horizontal resistance level on it. I want to see it stay below there. Again, it's going against me at this point, obviously, but I'm still kind of leaning on the daily, even though I've got expirations today. So I need to see this thing pull back. If it doesn't, I'm going to probably take the loss and then watch it again. And if it pulls back down again, I'll take tomorrow's puts. I'm going to take a loss on my IWM and then revisit it here this afternoon. I'm not going to just let it go against me. I've got expiration today, so I just can't really sit and stay in it that long because I'm just getting time decayed is bringing down the premium on this stuff. So I'm going to take my loss here and come back and revisit it. Okay, I took it off. Again, 30-cent loss on it. I'm just going to wait now and see what happens. Out of IWM, took a loss on that. Very, very choppy day. SPY bouncing up toward the VWAP now. Q's coming up toward the VWAP. TTD showing some good relative weakness now. TTD with good relative weakness to the market. is our BX, down pretty good for the day. Shopify also down, but bouncing. Again, bounced right off the 15 this morning. CMG still trading within 3 cents of the 52.60 level. Okay, welcome, Doug. Thanks for the specifics on IWM. Yeah, I was very specific about how I lost. Ali Dash weak. Yeah, Dash very weak. DoorDash. Get the 15. It went through the 8 today. It's got the 15 just below it here right now. It's too close to the 15 for me to take it short right here. 199.36 is the 15 on DoorDash. There it is right there coming in. Again, I do like TTD short, however. It's got great relative weakness to the market. SPY, you can see, is moving up right now, and TTD is coming down. Thanks, Doug. Yeah, you learn more from the losers than the winners. There's no question about that. And again, the reason I stayed in it longer than I did, than I should have if I was just taking a straight SPY super system trade, was because I like the week daily so much. It's got quite a bit of room to the downside. It's trading right now at 223.76 and 223.86. It is the horizontal support level, but if it stays below there, it's got plenty of room to the downside, about $3. So. You're welcome, Doug. There hasn't really been much to trade here today, in case you had noticed. Again, I am in U strangle. It's trying to move back up again here. We just really want this thing to move. The 5-minute chart on U, you can see it isn't really doing as much. It's not compressing that much. It is compressed in here, but it's starting to move around a little bit, and that's what you want to see. I don't care which way. Obviously, I prefer it to go up now, since it's trading over 27. Since my 27 calls are, my 26.50 calls are now in the money pretty well. See, we get some questions here. Frank, happy Thursday. Where else can you watch me aside from YouTube? In my room. I have if you join my trading room, which is a SPY Super System trading room on Right Line, I'm there all day, Monday through Friday. There you go, Frank. There's the link for it. Unity moving up now pretty nicely. Again, I got a sell order on Unity at $1.70. I get in $1.30. They're trading at $1.46 right now. $1.46. Most of the premium, of course, is in the 2650 calls. Still needs to make it for me to get my profits in this. I'm about 20 cents away. Probably needs to get to about 27. I would say around 27.60 on Unity. Moving up pretty nicely here right now, though. And again, as it moves up here, if it starts to weaken like it is here right now, I'll probably take profits because it's in the money on the long side. So I would probably take profits here and then perhaps enter another one at the 27.50 level or so, something like that. Market's not doing much for me, so. SPY over the VWAP, Q's over the VWAP, and IWM trying to get to the VWAP. Again, I took a loss in IWM puts. You starting to get some volatility, which is good. That's what you want. You want to see some volatility, but I'd prefer to have kept going up. I changed my sell order to 150. I'm going to try to just take it off of 150. Then I'm going to take a look at it again for potential additional strangle on it if I get filled. IWM coming back down a little bit. SPY not doing much. Unity just bouncing around up here near the high. Again, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take $3.50 for it if I can get it. We'd probably need to run up relatively close to the 27.49 that it just printed here. In any case, I'm going to hold it if I don't get it. If I get it, I'm going to get filled. I'm going to take a look at doing another one. As far as swing trades are concerned, it's really pretty hard right now. Again, I like TTD short. Trying to come down a little bit. Coming at about 12:30. Gotta take lunch here in just a minute. TTD still coming in. IWM just moving sideways. Below the VWAP. SPY is above the VWAP right now. SPY is just above the 8 on the daily chart. So are the Qs. Shopify also starting to bounce a little bit. BX we like to see keep going in. It's pretty weak today. And again, TTD still showing relative weakness to the market. It's very important, these stocks with relative weakness and relative strength. TTD has got, if I look at TTD on the 5-minute chart here, and I on my TC2000, I've got the SPY up here with this red and green line. See this chop I was chopping. See the spot market moving up here. See the TTD moving down. That's relative weakness, and it's had relative weakness most of the day. It fell with the market, of course, and then it bounced a little bit with this market here, but then it's rolled over. Then we got up to the VWAP, rolled over, and now it's chopping where the market's just chopping, and now it's starting to roll over as the market moves up. Good relative weakness. BX also holding a good relative weakness here. Take a look at Apple. Apple got good, decent strength. It's jumping all over the place, but again, we took that off this morning. And you are just kind of whipping around here. Again, I got a $1.50 sell order on the strangle that I took at $1.30. And then I'm going to think about taking another strangle on it. But that'll be after lunch probably. All right, they just checked for some questions. I'm going to get something to eat. Joe? On your private Discord. IoT bouncing back down. Yeah, very weak IoT. Came up right to the 15 and rolled over again. Got really good relative weakness in IoT. Again, I'm looking at 5170 for a support level on it. 5170. CMG still right at 5261. Right at that 5260 line. It has not been able to get down through it. It's very good support. Unity 2742. I'm not too far away from taking profits on that. Not a big profit, but a small profit. I got $1.50 in as a sell order. It's $1.46 right now. Be about 18% profit if it fills. It's got some good volatility in it right now. It's actually moving around pretty good. So trading at 27. I think I must have this on. No, these are regular candles. Yeah, 27.51 right now. Got up to 27.57. Should have been close enough to closing. It didn't though. Very close right now. Again, I get in at $1.30, and I'm trying to take it off at $1.50. Spreads are getting got a little bit wide on the premiums. That makes it a little more difficult to get out. Plenty of volume on it though. Just they spread out the calls to a $1.15 by $1.31, which is quite a bit, 16-cent wide spread.
On MNDR trading at highs of the day of over
Okay, thank everybody over in the YouTube room
We did have news on the MNDR
for watching the room today. I appreciate it. Be here again tomorrow around 11 o'clock or so. And I did post a link to the Right Line SPY Super System trading room that I have. In case you're interested in that, just click on that, take you there. All right, thanks very much. I'm going to shut down the YouTube feed so I can get lunch, and see everybody tomorrow. Thanks very much for coming in.